We're getting ready for the song. Here we go. It's a story that must be told. Love places that are kind of old. One's a pastor, the other's not. It's like to chat, cook, and pray a lot. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. There's lots of laughter and lots of fun. Tuesdays on Facebook Live at 1. You'll never know what will happen when Lucy and Ethel are at it again. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. Chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. Amen. Today's Chat, Cook, and Pray is brought to you by Bethel United Church of Christ in Kansas City on Parvin Road, where no matter where you are on life's journey, you are welcomed here. And we're so glad to be here today. And I tell you what, it smells so good because Marty's already cooked one of these cranberry tarts, and now she's going to show you how to mix one up. I've got a Thanksgiving trivia, got a couple of the Butterball turkey online calls that have been made over Thanksgiving, and we're going to just prepare ourselves for this great cranberry tart. Okay, Marty, take it away.
All right, I'm going to start off by melting 3/4 cup of butter in the microwave over here. So just a second as I step over and push my little button.
We like empty screens.
Oh, apparently so. Well, you know, I tried to be speedy. We just run out of, our kitchen is a little different than most people's kitchens.
That's right.
Okay, while that is melting, I'm going to take my cranberries, and don't worry, I did wash them, but I washed them inside the bag.
Inside, well, you know, I think that might be why all the holes are there.
That's what I figured.
I figured.
It was easier that way.
How many cranberries are there?
12 ounces, and it was 95 cents at Aldi's.
Okay, 12 ounces. I wondered how many individual cranberries. You didn't count them?
No, I thought you were going to do that today, but you were just goofing off as usual.
Okay, so she's melting butter. She's poured 12 ounces of cranberries into the bowl.
And then I'm going to pour in half a cup of sugar into the bowl.
Okay.
And then I'm going to...
I'll get it.
Yeah, get the microwave. It's going wild. And then I'm stirring in a half a cup of sliced almonds. And I'm going to just put those all in there. Did it melt?
Yeah, it's also, I'm not going to put it back in
No,
because it's
it'll
all
get
over the place.
Yeah, I know. I made a mess earlier.
Here's your butter.
Butter. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you.
Butter.
Butter.
French.
French. Yes. French butter.
Okay, sugar, almonds.
Oh, we just mix those together in this bowl. And
yes,
it's a very forgiving recipe. If you screw up,
it's all right.
It really
Look what
is.
we do every Tuesday.
Yeah, we've been screwed up for years. But just now everybody knows it, just us. Okay, I'm just mixing those up as good as you can. It's kind of hard. Those cranberries, oh, don't they look just delicious?
Look at them.
With that little sugar on there, they look,
yes.
they look like they wouldn't be so tart, but they are. Okay, now to the butter mixture, I'm going to put in 2 eggs at room temperature. Notice the little small carton I made.
Yes, yes.
Notice
2 little
So
eggs. Now, are they going to curdle because that butter's hot?
they didn't earlier.
Okay, we'll see. We don't want fried egg.
No, it would be kind of bad.
We temper that. That's what I always remember. Temper and add your eggs.
Because the eggs were at room temperature.
Okay, very good.
And
and
then
then
I'm
you-
just going to stir these little eggies up in here.
In the butter. Oh, I haven't been looking at our...
Oh.
Hi, Michelle. Happy Thanksgiving 2 days early to you, too.
Okay, and now to this, I'm going to add another, that's my flour, half a cup of sugar.
Another sugar, half a cup.
Yeah, this stuff is yummy. And I'm going to just mix that together in here. And then I'm going to stir in a teaspoon of almond flavor.
Ooh, I like
And
almond
this is
flavor.
from Extra Touch. And they used to be called Kitchen Clatter, and it was a program that my mother and my great aunt watched all the time. And there was a magazine called Kitchen Clatter, and there was a cookbook that I have. And it was all, you know, homemade, you know, all goody recipes. And
Andrea said she already knows she's making this for Thanksgiving.
Oh, it's.
I think so too, Andrea. I think it's wait till you see the finished product. It's
And
really
then-
something.
And then I add a cup of flour.
Cup of flour.
These little containers are so great. I can measure everything at home. And like I said, this recipe is so forgiving. You just dump it in, and then you just mix that up
Okay.
until it's just mixed up nicely.
Okay. While she's mixing that up, I'm going to read to you because it's a day to give thanks, Thanksgiving for the harvest and the year just gone. But how much do you really know about it? So try and answer these Thanksgiving trivia questions, and I'll wait to see if your answers, okay? Hi, Jeannie. We're making a cranberry tart today, and I can send you if you don't have the recipe, we've got one done. So far, it's just cranberries and sugar and almonds, a 12-ounce bag of cranberries, a half cup of sugar, and I don't know how many almonds. That's mixed together as the dry ingredients, and then this, what she's making now, must be the crust.
Well, kind of. It's
Kind
just
of.
the batter.
It's the batter.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the first trivia question. What year was the celebration that is most commonly considered to be the first Thanksgiving? Type that in. Okay. We got, because I'm going to wait till you type something in.
Do you think maybe if we offered prizes, they'd answer better?
Well, what could I give for a prize?
They get to watch us next week.
Oh, yeah, that'd be the prize.
Yeah, we're not going to charge for admission.
That's right. So, I'm waiting for a guess. The most commonly considered to be the first Thanksgiving. Okay, Andrea guesses 1620. And I remember that song, in the year 1620, the pilgrims came over. Okay, this is interesting. Actually, it's 1621, but people, they talk about this as the celebration of the first Thanksgiving. However, there were other celebrations that were claimed to be the first ever Thanksgiving. In reality, there were lots of Thanksgiving celebrations in North America before 1621 because days of Thanksgiving were often celebrated after good events and were deemed to have the hand of God behind them. Okay, Lori's watching. Hi, Lori.
Okay, and now I'm going to throw the cranberries into the batter that I've just mixed up. The cranberries, the sugar, and the almonds. And
Okay,
you just,
under Lori's name, it says bring them on the camera. What does that mean? I don't know.
Well, I guess I almost said a bad
You
word.
almost said a bad word, and I would have to take you off film. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to hit that or not, Lori. I've not seen that before.
Well, try it. See what
Okay. Oops. She shot on up.
happens.
Chad's watching. Oh, they're supposed to bring on camera too, so I think that's just a common thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay. 1621 is commonly considered to be the first Thanksgiving. Under which president did Thanksgiving become an annual holiday? Under which president did
Woodrow
Thanksgiving become an annual holiday? Give me your answers. Marty said who?
Woodrow Wilson.
Woodrow Wilson.
That sounded nice. I like that.
You like that name?
Yeah. Kind of
Okay.
like Woods, Wilson, you know, Woodrow, kind of like you're out in the woods hunting a turkey.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, and Jeannie is right. Abraham Lincoln. The
Oh.
U.S. celebrated Thanksgiving off and on since 1774. However, the year of 1789, George Washington made an announcement that Americans should celebrate a day of Thanksgiving to God on November 26th. Some presidents after him continued the tradition sporadically, declaring days of Thanksgiving. It wasn't until 1863, with Lincoln proclaiming a day of Thanksgiving on the last Thursday of November, that it became an annual holiday. Presidents proclaimed the last Thursday of November to be a day of Thanksgiving every year after that. It was changed to be the fourth Thursday under President Franklin D. Roosevelt, but I already thought it was President. Oh, the last Thursday, but then, see, that would mean sometimes it'd be the fifth. So, President Roosevelt said the fourth Thursday. So that's when that happened. But Lincoln was the first one to proclaim it the last Thursday of November. All right.
Let me have just a second of your time, Madam Announcer.
Yes, please continue.
Okay. I sprayed the pie dish. I don't have a tart pan. Well, I have one, but I don't know where it is.
Okay.
And so I just used a deep dish pie, and this one looks so pretty with the red. And now I've mixed everything up.
With that batter you made with flour, sugar, butter, egg. Flour, sugar, butter, and two eggs.
And almond.
And almonds.
Extract.
But the almonds were in the cranberry mixture.
The cranberry mixture.
Look at that sticky, gooey stuff.
Doesn't that look good?
Yes.
Well, you know me at home. I sampled this.
No, you don't lick your fingers, do you?
Oh, I used a spoon. I just ate them. And I can tell you, I made this as a test run on Sunday night, and there wasn't enough left for me to bring here.
Okay.
So I had to make another one.
Yeah. Pat's watching, Pat Armstrong.
Okay.
Yes, and Andrew said FDR ? It says, yeah, because the FDR just changed it from the last Thursday to the fourth Thursday, so it would always be the fourth Thursday under President Franklin Roosevelt. So that's where we got that. What is the oldest Thanksgiving parade currently called? What is the oldest Thanksgiving parade
Day parade
currently called? Huh?
The Mummers Day Parade?
Nope.
Philadelphia?
Thanksgiving parade.
Oh.
Oldest Thanksgiving parade. Jamie's watching. Hi, Jamie. Dun dun da 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 dun 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 da 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 dun dun. Bill Wooten, hi Bill, says Macy's. Fooled you. I didn't know this either. The answer is 6, and I don't get 6 ABC Dunkin' Donuts Thanksgiving Day Parade. Here's the explanation. Hi everyone, happy Thanksgiving. That's her name. Hi Kathy. Kathy also guessed Macy's, not Macy's parade. This parade, the Dunkin' Donuts Thanksgiving Day Parade, 6 ABC, or maybe that's AKA 6, I don't know, originated in 1920 and was originally called the Gimbels Thanksgiving Day Parade until the Gimbels department store closed down. WPVI, aka Channel 6, aka ABC 6, oh, that's the channel it must have been shown on, as well as several companies have sponsored the parade. Well, but that's not right. That had to be a radio station because it's 1920. Okay. As well as several companies have sponsored the parade since Gimbels shut down and went out of business. It still happens. And my understanding is if you put that into your Google search, you can get tickets to it. But I don't know that you... Well, yeah, I don't know. Okay, here we go. Another question. Maybe that's Santa Claus in Detroit. Oh, that could be Santa Claus in Detroit parade, whatever that is. Which president was the first to give a turkey a presidential pardon? First president to give a turkey a presidential pardon. And I always wondered what happened to those turkeys after they were pardoned, if they just set them free and they've got it off down the street.
No, they sent them to a turkey farm. No, I mean they sent them.
I will let you know once I see if anybody has the answer. First president to give a turkey a presidential pardon. Whatever you think there. Andrea says Teddy Roosevelt. Ronald Reagan. See, I didn't realize it was that late that it happened. John F. Kennedy was the first president on record whom unofficially spared a turkey in 1963. But it wasn't until the Reagan administration in 87 that a turkey was given an official presidential pardon as a joke. Despite it being a joke, the turkey was spared and put into, listen, a petting zoo. Okay. Bill Wooten says send them to Congress.
They've got enough turkeys.
That's right.
They got enough turkeys there already.
Petting zoo. And in 1989, George H. Bush made it a yearly tradition, and each president following him has carried on the tradition. So that was rather late in our thing. And in the 80s is when it first started to have the turkeys pardoned. Okay, here's one. What state raises the most turkeys? Give me a state that you think raises the most turkeys. Da 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 da. I think Lori guessed Clinton on the last question. What state raises the most turkeys? All right. Here we go. Anybody guess? Jamie says Missouri. Kathy Korn says Illinois. Andrea says Minnesota. And she's right. Minnesota in 2015, get this, Minnesota raised 41 million turkeys, topping the charts for turkey production. North Carolina is the runner-up with 31 million turkeys, and then Arkansas coming in third with 27.5 million turkeys.
Someone just put, there's some more comments.
Oh, there's some more coming. Iowa, yeah, no, too late. Minnesota, Bev's got Minnesota too.
Oh.
That's something. I mean, I lived in Minnesota for a while. I didn't know they
Now, what
had.
I'm doing here is I'm preheating our new, well, it's not new. It came
An
out of
oven
my-
that you ripped out of your house.
I carried it out of my, well, Randy carried it out of my house.
Yeah.
And this is an air fryer, so we're going to have some other exciting things. Now, it's just beef that it's heated up to the
325.
and then I just put this in. And that's it. And it'll shut off when it's done.
That is so
And then-
great. Look, she's going to show you. I'm gonna hold it closer.
And then
because
we're
this
just
is-
going to sit at the table and eat it.
Look at that. Look, Marty's little head's right above the tart. You little tart. That is so cool.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's a little hot on the bottom.
Well, you're really
I know, I am. Okay, and now here's the question. Here we go. Is it the female turkeys or the male turkeys? Oops, I'm standing in front of you. Is it the female turkeys or the male turkeys that gobble? Which turkey gobbles?
Oh, I bet it's a female. They can't shut up long enough.
The male turkey or the female turkey? Which one gobbles? Jody asked, how long are you baking it?
It bakes for anywhere
40
from
minutes.
40 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And with the air fryer,
It's a little
Emerald
short.
Lagasse extra large air fryer, I find that it takes the shorter amount of time.
Okay, so about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Females always talking. Bill, pass on. That is not correct. Bev Doer is correct. Male turkeys gobble. But female turkeys, it says, cackle. I didn't know. So I guess if I could tell the difference between a male turkey, the gobble, and a cackle.
Maybe you could go hunting for
Again,
turkeys. the
hey, I
next
saw
time.
two crazy turkeys that ran right at this doe, and she looked at them like they were crazy. Doug called them drunk turkeys. They just headed and went flying right by her, and she just looked at them like, you crazy turkeys.
Okay, now if you'll go get over by the table, I'm going to bring this masterpiece over.
Okay, don't keep our thing too
I won't. That's why
empty
you're
for
gonna-
long.
No, I'm turning it.
Okay.
rapidly. Can't you tell? And then I have to adjust our camera. You know, we don't have an official cameraman here,
I
so it's
know.
just,
I think we need to move those little things off as we.
yeah, we will. Oops,
Oops.
there. That's about right.
That's about right. It's a little meanie.
Well, that sometimes happens. This thing's so, the iPad is rather heavy.
Yeah,
And
that's okay. That's
there
good.
we go.
Yeah, we'll
I'll
do that, and then you'll sit there, and I'll sit here. Oh, I know. While you're cutting, get your little face in the picture, because
I will.
they don't want to see dead air. They'll kick us off of our
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 show.
TV channel.
I'll take
Okay.
us off our show. All right, I'm gonna just cut up, and we've made some coffee besides our water here. And, oh gee, could you grab me a knife while you're
Yeah.
over there dancing around?
I wasn't dancing. I don't dance. I don't know where the butter knife is, but
That's fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Hand it to you correctly.
Thank you. All right. I'm hoping this is done since I didn't have a toothpick to check it.
Hey, it looks great. It looks great.
All right. And all you do is sprinkle powdered sugar on it, and it's just perfect. The first night that I made this, we ate half of it. All right, you see this piece of the pie? It's quite wonderful.
All right, I'm bringing over some coffee.
Okay. And then I will straighten the camera for you to see the coffee. I think this would probably be real pretty if you did have the tart pan with the little bottom. It probably would look really nice.
it looks pretty now.
I think so too. And I used my special pie dish. And let's see.
All right.
I'm gonna do our decorations now.
Oh, we've got all kinds of time to ask more questions of trivia.
Yes, and I was trying to adjust my camera here while you're, whoops. Oh, I see. My hand in front of the camera lens. Okay, my problem being,
Goodness, you all, this looks delicious. It's so
okay,
pretty.
there,
Good,
is that
that's good.
straighter?
Yep, that's straight.
Okay,
That's
that was,
straight.
my problem was that
Okay, here's another question. How many days did the first Thanksgiving feast last? How many days did the first Thanksgiving feast last? Okay. Yes.
I just remembered I didn't turn my phone off.
Okay,
That could be ugly.
that could be ugly. How many days did the first Thanksgiving feast last? Did you know? Somebody said, Andrea says two, says, did you know male turkeys can have more than one? It went up, I didn't see it. Okay, Andrea says the first Thanksgiving feast lasted 2 days. And Michelle says, yeah, I'm looking at this Tart. And then Kathy Keaton says 3 days. See if we got any more answers. Kathy wins the prize. The first Thanksgiving feast lasted a total of 3 days. Thanksgiving was celebrated much earlier. Wait, let me scoot in. Or scoot.
No,
Which way do I
you
scoot?
told me.
Okay,
There you
that's
go.
good.
You just tried to get away from
I
me. that's
am.
all.
Thanksgiving was celebrated much earlier than our current celebration, possibly in late September. There were approximately 50 European settlers and around 90 Native Americans who attended the 3-day feast. And then I just threw this one in, and I don't expect you to know it because it's not our country. Who do children in Japan give drawings to on Labor Thanksgiving Day? Who do children in Japan give drawings to on Labor Thanksgiving Day? You won't know this, so I'll tell you. Police stations. Labor Thanksgiving Day was established in 1948 after World War II to celebrate giving thanks to each other and hard work. However, its roots are much older. It comes from the harvest festival known as Ninamise, which dates all the way back to at least the 7th century and possibly earlier. I just thought that was interesting. Okay. Did it include football games? Oh, you mean Thanksgiving? You know, probably they threw a pumpkin. I don't know. They could have thrown a pumpkin. Or maybe, after going deer hunting this last weekend with my son, they maybe used the skin of the stomach or something and threw that back and forth. Okay. What's the traditional sauce for Thanksgiving celebrations? Which is a traditional sauce for Thanksgiving celebrations? You all should know this, because we probably all have it in some form or another at our Thanksgiving dinners. Something that is a sauce.
Here's some other comments that I think we missed. Was,
Okay.
Bev Dewar says, my
Speaking of
brother-
honey, did I miss whether they're going too fast now? Wow. Cranberry is correct. Cranberry sauce.
Okay, Bev Dewar said, my brother's hunt and have turkey collars. Collars, not, you know.
Go.
well, I thought maybe-
Turkey collars? No, collars. I had a deer collar. I had to do deer grunts.
It probably wasn't hard for you.
It wasn't.
After you
Okay.
could climb up in that deer stand.
Okay, yeah. Cranberry's right, y'all. Now, dun, da, da, da. Final question. Can you name the only place in Australia which celebrates Thanksgiving? The only place in Australia that celebrates Thanksgiving. Any clues? I didn't know it either, but that doesn't mean anything.
Well, apparently
So,
not.
I'm just going to throw it out there to you. Norfolk Island. Norfolk Island. The custom was brought there by American whaling ships, and it just kind of stuck. However, the rest of Australia doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving. Norfolk Island. I think that would read those things. I
Okay.
can't see them anymore.
I know you can't see that.
Okay.
I can't either. Okay, let's see, one of the other comments, Jody said, did you know male turkeys can have more than one beard?
No, I didn't.
Well,
but
that's-
the two, we saw several turkeys while I was sitting in the deer blind. And this one had a beard so long it drugged the ground. Doug told me that beard was probably at least 12 inches long.
Oh my gosh. Okay, another, Pat, this is an interesting one from Pat. I'd like
Okay.
to hear this story. Speaking of hunting, did I miss whether your family got a deer this past weekend?
Yes, Doug got, well, there were several people down there. I was down there, myself and 7 guys, or 6
Woo-hoo.
guys, that with their son, my nephew with
Did you do the
his
cooking?
son. No, Terry did the cooking. I was
See?
hunting.
Yeah, I just
Terry
knew you had a
did the
chance.
camp. He stayed in the camp and he cooked the breakfasts and the dinners. We just hunted. I just hunted. You know, and it was, I've got to say, it was one of the most pleasant things and probably the most time I've spent with Doug in years. However, I was told when I climbed up into his blind, now Mom, you know you can't talk. And if you talk, you have to use your inside voice and whisper. So it was, so I couldn't, actually have much of a conversation because if I did start talking, he'd give me the look like I used to give him when he was a little kid. But anyway, I'm going to say a prayer so we can eat this without feeling guilty, and then we can talk some more. All gracious and loving God, Thanksgiving is upon us, and it's sad that we need a reminder to be thankful. We know that you pour out your blessings on us in all situations, and we just forget sometimes to be grateful and thankful for those things we have. This Thanksgiving will be different in so many ways as we remain in smaller groups or separated completely in our homes, but you will pour out your love on us and help us find ways that we can still share with one another. We thank you for your abundance and bountiful love, and we ask that this Thanksgiving we remember those that are looking for food and maybe give some of our stuff, like we have with the boxes. I'm so proud of Bethel and all the boxes that have been packed for Backpack Shepherds, and I know each of you can find a way that you will share. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, I am digging in. It is great. What's great about it is, it's not real sweet.
Mm-mm.
There's enough sweetness, but the cranberries are tart enough that it gives it a little
Little
zing.
bit, yeah, and the powdered sugar on top just is
Mhm.
just enough sweetness.
And what's neat is this batter that you poured over it it makes its own. It's kind of like a cake crust.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! I am definitely going to make this.
Well, you saw how easy it is. And now this one's a little different because I ran out of slivered almonds.
Yeah.
So I chopped up some whole almonds last night, and so I think that changed the texture a little bit.
I know, but I like it. It's chewy. When I get an almond, I can actually taste it. Wow. You all are going to love this. And what a pretty dish to serve. So now that's changed. Of course, it's going to be very small. Only have not
How big a
24
turkey?
people.
How big a turkey are you fixing this year?
Oh my goodness. Marty, back in early October, Marty was up at the commissary and said, hey, they've got turkeys up here, big ones, for 43 cents a pound or something.
38
Or
cents.
38 cents a pound. She got me a 27.
You said a big one.
Yeah, I know. A 27.25 pound turkey. And I'm having 6, possibly 7 altogether. So, people are going to be taking home big hunks of turkey.
Either that or you guys won't be staying awake much after
I
the
know.
meal.
I know. The thing is huge. Okay, so now I know I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna have a pecan pie and a pumpkin pie. That's it. That's all I'm making.
I'm making a bourbon chocolate pecan pie.
Erin does that. She does bourbon chocolate pecan, and they're delicious.
And I'm doing pumpkin. I don't do it, but Randy does.
What's going on with the comments?
Looks delicious.
Mm.
They stopped. The comments stopped over here on my phone.
Huh.
Well, sometimes it's a little slower on our end here.
Let's see. Andrea was guessing about Australia.
Yeah,
Sydney.
Sydney.
Yeah, Norfolk Island is that answer.
I've been to Australia twice, but I've never been to Norfolk Island.
I don't even know where that is.
No, I've been to Tasmania twice. That was fun.
Picked up some things from the Tasmanian devil.
I taught him some things. Oh, I tell you, those things, they look, they're just black and they're kind of smallish, not like this. I saw one bite a guy that it was in a rehab center, and then he needed psychiatric training because he looked just so cute, everything, and the guy who was working with the animals and so he was there going to feed them, and this thing opened his mouth and had these long teeth, and he just bit the guy on the arm and
You're scary looking.
It was really gave you a huge appreciation for a Tasmanian devil, I'll tell you that.
I just remember the one from the cartoons, Warner Brothers, where he'd spin around.
Well, he was kind of nice compared to what I saw. So back to your deer story.
Well, there's not much. It's just what I realized is the amount of time it takes.
Tell him to find the last day
The last day.
when you spotted.
That was the first day I saw a deer on my own. Doug has this innate sense. If something's moving or if he looks out and sees that a tree line looks different or something, he'd grab those binoculars and look up there and he'd say, Mom, get your binoculars. And so I'd look, I could look and look and look, and he'd go, it's under the tree with all the leaves, which of course, there were a lot of trees with all the leaves, but he was talking about a specific one. So once when I finally found them, I'm amazed at how they blend and just disappear when they're standing by the tree line. It's just amazing to me. But it was wonderful. Had a great time, and several of the guys got deer, and so I got to watch the whole process of processing and all of that. So it was a real education for me, because Doug has been a deer hunter ever since Terry took him. I think Doug shot his first deer with Terry when he was 12 or 13. I can't remember. So he's been deer hunting for quite a while.
Deb Dewar says we're drooling as we watch you eat.
Oh.
And Andrea says she replied to her and said true.
Oh my goodness.
This is
So tell me this. Where did you find this particular recipe?
Oh, I went out there and looked for unusual, something that nobody probably would be cooking, because I thought I could tell you how to do a pumpkin pie. Everybody can do that.
Right.
I can do, the pecan pie, even the you can do that. What's something that you would, normally do? And I thought, okay, let me try this. Maybe it will taste any good. So I saw that Aldi's had their cranberries for 95 cents, so I scooted over there and got 3 packages just in case they were good.
It's just a good. And you know what I like about it is, you were saying something about Randy ate a piece for breakfast. That would work because it's not ultra sweet at all. It's like it's got the consistency of a coffee cake with the cranberries in it, and so that would be a good thing to even have Friday morning. You after Thanksgiving's over and you're pooped and tired, and you got this.
Yeah, we're picking up that 27-pound turkey this year. I'll tell you, you should have seen me getting that thing out of the freezer bin at the commissary and getting it into the cart.
I can't believe you brought it. And you know what I'll do? I'm going to take a picture of that after we get it all ready to put in the roaster with butter and stuff. Then we'll see how much it shrinks. Because I'm questioning whether it'll go in my big roaster. Well, that's like one of those stories we read. Their turkey, they had a little apartment-size oven, and their turkey didn't fit, so they cut off the drumsticks.
Well, this other one I was reading, it didn't fit in the oven, and he didn't realize it until last minute, so he ran to his girlfriend's, it was in New York City.
Oh, yes.
Ran to his girlfriend's apartment and put it in her oven, and it was snowing.
Oh, gosh. So there were so many, and we shared so many of those last time. So today, I just want to remind you, and you all were going to bring your own stories, but our time has gone by.
Oh, Andrea says, I think when COVID is over, we should have cook, chat, pray in person each week. We're up for that.
Wow. I'd be up for it.
Well, we've got this nice stage. We've got our little theater room here.
Well, we're just waiting to be scooped up by PBS.
Well, I was thinking that Ellen DeGeneres, my thought is Ellen DeGeneres will pick us up and then she'll give us money so we can have a real kitchen.
She could.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, we're out there on YouTube. We don't know who will pick us up.
Well,
maybe nobody.
After Thanksgiving, maybe I'll be able to pick us up.
Okay. You all know about the Butterball call line. It's a talk line that was started with only 6 home economists, and now there are more than 50 people that work the phones during November and December. Finally, always before, it's all been women. Finally, there is now one guy that is on the phones telling you how to cook your turkey. They answer more than 100,000 questions each year from people in the United States and Canada. This year, a Butterball survey said 74% of adults think that Thanksgiving dinner doesn't have to be perfect, but 60% still want a flawless turkey. At first, I thought their math was wrong, but 74% think that the dinner doesn't have to be perfect, but 60% still want a flawless turkey. And if you need help, of course, you call Butterball 288-8317. 1-800-BUTTERBALL 288-8372.
Are you gonna call him?
No.
You just call him and.
Okay. It says, and although there's plenty of help available, there are still folks who have some problems. So here's some of the things that people made a call for over the years when they were having trouble. When a talk line staffer asked the caller what state her turkey was in, meaning how thawed it was. Okay, what state was your turkey in? Meaning, but I probably would have answered the same way. And the caller responded, Florida. I mean,
You would have said Florida?
I would have said Missouri.
You said you would have responded the same way.
What state her turkey was in? Well, that's kind of why didn't she say something to the effect, how thawed out is it? Or, is it still frozen? What state? Whoever answered that, I think you were okay. Okay. A flustered father called the talk line a few hours after his wife had given birth to their first child. He was concerned their turkey had been thawing in the fridge for too long while he was at the hospital. When the staffer asked the man how much it weighed, he replied, the turkey or the baby? After determining the turkey's weight and thawing time, she assured him he would be able to deliver a safe, delicious Thanksgiving dinner by the time Mom and the baby returned home.
In just a second, well, I'll tell you what, we got a couple comments. Lori Buck says, I want to see a picture of your turkey after it's roasted.
I'll take a picture before and after, kind of like people who lose weight, before and after.
And then Kathy Korn says, I always set the table with the good china, and I read the prayer from the paper every year.
Oh, they do have good prayers in the paper. Okay, here's another caller. A disappointed woman called, wondering why her turkey had no breast meat. After a conversation with a talk line operator, it became apparent that the woman's turkey was lying on the table upside down. Oh, it makes me feel good. Don't you choke on me. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. It became apparent that her turkey was lying upside down.
How would you give it to the lady?
I don't know. Oh, disappointed that her turkey didn't have a breast. No breast meat. Oh my goodness. So, if you guys ever think your turkey doesn't have any breast meat, make sure you turn it over. Okay?
Just in case.
Oh,
did she roast it that way too?
I have no idea. She said it was laying on the table. So I doubt that it was roasting there unless she built a little fire around it. Okay. One caller was well versed at walking down the aisle, but not so versed when it came to cooking her Thanksgiving turkey. The caller explained to a veteran talk line responder of 20 years that Thanksgiving with her first husband was a bust since she forgot to thaw the turkey. She blundered Thanksgiving with her second husband when the foil pan she was using bent and slipped out of her hands, leaving the feast on the floor. She was hoping the third time would be the charm, so she called the Butterball turkey line just to make sure she was doing everything right.
Well, I don't know. The fact that she went for number 3 might be the issue.
Yeah, there's the issue. Okay, carving the turkey. One man called to tell the operator that he cut his turkey in half with a chainsaw and wanted to know if the oil from the chain would adversely affect the turkey. I'll tell you what.
It's a 28-pound turkey.
Okay. Here's the last one because I don't think I can take any more. A lady from Colorado called about how to thaw her frozen butterball. She proudly shared the fact that her turkey was stored in a snowbank outside as it had snowed the night before. It dawned on her during the conversation that she didn't have a clue which snowbank her turkey was in. At that point, the conversation was over because she was now on a mission to go find her turkey. Lights went out.
Oh,
Lights out. Lights out.
Now it
Wave
looks
that
like,
hand.
well, we have.
There. Good work. So anyway, you guys, how fun is this? And with this Thanksgiving, I just pray and hope that it's beautiful in new ways. if you're not able to celebrate with family and friends, if there's a way you can connect with them by phone or Zoom, that's a way. But maybe it's a time to have the small group and really be able to have conversation. And sometimes when you have the big groups, you're so frazzled, especially if it's at your house, you're so busy doing things, you don't get in on conversations or anything. So maybe this is a time for really having some good conversation and reflection, and knowing that God is in the details of this Thanksgiving. I tell you what we're going to do next week. We're going to send you some patterns.
Yes.
Because what we're going to do today, and I'm going to make an admission here. This is true confession. I went to move the dove up, and this particular dove doesn't have who made it or when it was made. Whoops, I don't know.
It was on the tree.
But it's been on the tree for a year, ever since I've been here, and I've been here almost 14, so it's been on the tree for a long time. But it wasn't at the very top, because like Kristen said, she couldn't reach that high, and so she said maybe somebody else can do it. Well, so I took it upon myself to be the person.
I wasn't there to tell you this was a bad idea.
You were there. You were just busy with something else.
No, I was downstairs doing stuff.
So anyway, I took the big pole and I tried to move the dove up, and when I did that, it fell down and its little head fell off. So then Marty comes back in, and I said, and there's these strings on the back, and so I'm trying to pull the strings out because they're really of no use now, and the tail. I pulled the tail off. So we are going, oh, and I said, we can't throw this away. Somebody who, although we don't know who it was, because at that time, I guess they didn't put their names on it, somebody made this. And when they look at the Christmas tree at Bethel, they'll be looking for their dove. So we're just going to give this little dove a reboot. We're going to decorate it. This is a Chrismon. Next week we'll send out, and I'll talk about the history of Chrismons, and Marty will send you some patterns if you want to get some foam, and next week we will actually take a blank Chrismon and decorate it, show how you cut it out of the foam and all of that, and give you a history of Chrismons. So, hold on, I don't know which way I need to scoot. I look off kilter.
Well, if you come this way, you'll be more filtered.
Hold on. Whoops, boom. I gotta move, if I'm gonna move closer to you, I'm gonna put on my mask.
You need to put on more than that.
Okay, hold on.
Well, I gotta tell you about my, while you're over there, would you grab the pair of scissors?
Yes.
Please. Randy and I went back east to his parents in D.C. for Thanksgiving one year, and they lived in Arlington, Virginia, and his one sister lived up the street, and the other one lived in Old Town Alexandria. Well, that was fine and dandy, but they also owned a home. His parents owned a home in St. Michael's, Maryland.
Okay.
So we went to St. Michael's, Maryland, and they gave me this. An assignment that because they're coming there
Where do you want to put that? Where do you want to put the word?
I'm gonna chop these up so you can add them in there.
Oh, for Pete's sakes, we're gonna add it in?
Yes, because those had fallen out.
Well, that makes it a little hard.
Well, you can do it. You can do it. Anyway, they gave me the list of things that I was to make, which, one person wanted dressing one way, another person wanted another way, so I was to make two different kinds of dressings, the pies, the whatever. I mean, I made all this food, mashed potatoes, they were bringing the turkey. I didn't do the turkey. They were bringing that.
Something ate this.
Well, you just fill it with glue and shove something in there. Anyway, I fixed all this food, and they arrived, and I said, okay, we got the whole meal ready, I've got, the table set, and they said, oh no, we're going out to eat. I said, why did I make this full meal?
Why
And they
did
said,
you?
because we wanted to have leftovers.
Well, there you go. And now look at you, you're a chef.
So anyway, we went to the Tidewater
I
Inn.
think that's enough. No more little roly things.
Oh, come on. No fun.
They're rolling all over.
Anyway, we went to the Tidewater Inn in Easton, Maryland, and I must say, my meal was much better than theirs.
Was it? Well, I
And
don't
they had
doubt
a
it.
time. They had a time. You
I
had
don't
a
doubt
time
it.
limit of only so much time that you could be there.
Okay, what should we put in here? A little more sparkle. We need a little more sparkle.
Okay,
And gold.
I got sparkle. Now, the other thing is, if you'll notice that it needs help in there, 'cause look at that, that looks ugly.
Well, let's put some beauty stuff. We've got all kinds of things because the confirmation class always makes Christmas every year, and of course this year because of the circumstances of COVID, there was no confirmation class. So I would think if you all make one along with us next week and you put your name on the back and the year 2020, we will know that these were added from whoever was watching our show, and they will be on the Christmas tree then next year. If you save them and
Oh
look.
gosh, this was liquid.
Oh,
Goodness,
did it
was
spill out? Okay, you
No.
want me to put glue over
Yeah, put glue over it.
all over here?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
I mean,
Okay.
it kinda needs help.
It does need help. Well, that glue's gonna.
Well, now you just need to smear it with your finger.
Okay, you smear it with your
Keep
finger.
pouring it out there. Oh, yeah, that's better. You're doing better.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't
Okay,
often give you compliments.
You don't.
but I will today.
you don't. And also, of course, you remember this Sunday is the first Sunday of Advent, and our theme is hope. That's the first word on our Advent wreath.
Keep squirting while you're
Oh,
talking.
so I gotta spritz while I talk.
Yeah.
And so, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna make this shine. Okay.
Shine, Jesus.
Shine, da, 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 da. Okay. This is called styro glue.
Yeah.
And the reason you gotta use styro glue is you use any other glue, it eats into it.
Just give me some more right up here this here.
Okay, hold on. Wow. I'm kinda weak.
Oh, you need some turkey. Okay, I think we've got it.
Okay, let's sprinkle that baby. Oh,
Here you go. I'll
okay.
let you,
You're gonna let me
I did the
sprinkle?
little holes, yeah, I did the little holes.
Oh, it's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah.
It'll
Well, I
probably
see-
end up
I'll
on our
tell
rug
you-
up there.
I'll tell you, yesterday when I saw this thing without a head and a tail, I was kinda thinking maybe we were in big trouble.
Oh, that was, but you know, I know how much, oops, how much the, that's not gonna go. How much these mean to you all, because the kids have made them for years, and they're now adults, and I've actually seen the
Oh,
adults go up there and look for their Prismon.
oh, my sister's friend from, oh, where's she from? Oh, she's in
I don't
Michigan.
know.
She's in Michigan. I told you earlier today. Anyway, Linda, she's a friend of my sister's in high school,
Uh-huh,
and she's watching. She found us out here.
found us out.
Yep.
Oops.
And let's see. Whoops. Couldn't find the comment.
Oh my goodness, it looks most beautiful already.
Oh, it was an improvement. It's kind of hidden some of those little damages that we kind of caused.
Yeah. It kind of caused it.
Mm.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, those Prismons live in those boxes all year, and
Yeah.
taking them in and taking them out. I just need to get more up here in the head. Oh, that's kind of pretty. What do you think?
Well, after what I saw yesterday, this is a big improvement.
Yes, it is.
It was scary.
It was scary. I didn't.
I thought maybe because you've gone deer hunting, you decided to go dove hunting, and unfortunately, this was your victim.
But now, it's beautiful. Oops. It's beautiful again.
Now, I must admit, I did laugh yesterday when you did this.
I know.
It was so
At first, I
shocking.
felt so bad because I thought, "Oh my Lord, it's busted."
I said,
But
we can fix it. We
Yeah.
can fix it.
and we did, and that's our intro into Chrismons next week. So we've got to get out of here. Our hour is up. I'm sure. I'm gonna. I'm
No,
gonna
we
take
got,
my,
we got 5 minutes.
we got
to go.
5 minutes.
I'm gonna check my pie, oh, well, look, one of those things stuck to my trimmer.
Yeah. I'm gonna take this off.
Okay.
Okay.
Just a second, I've gotta check and see what our time is. Oh, it's 2 minutes, it'll be done.
Oh, good. Well, we'll
And then-
kazoo our way out and
And then at
take
the
it out of
end-
the oven.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me
All
get this
right.
on.
Oh, I gotta get the music up.
Get the music up.
Oh.
Oh, where's our words?
Oh, I buried him over here.
Get them words out. We're gonna have them one of these years.
Well, I know.
Okay.
Oh, just a second. No.
So you all have a blessed Thanksgiving. May God's blessing be poured out on you, your family, your friends, and on our world at this time. So just keep praying and know that our word for the first Sunday of Advent is hope. And we're all hoping that our world will come back to some kind of normalcy soon and that we can all find our way out of this pandemic. I'm glad you said that I was going to you're supposed to read these. That I was going to mention it too. Oh, I'm glad you said it. I was going to mention it too, but I'm not sure what that was. Okay. Here we go. Ready. Go. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. Amen. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.